Oh, it's crack-a-lacking. It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know. So, and we're back with a big game. The undefeated Indiana Hoosiers travel to the Horseshoe, take on the higher ranked #2 team in the nation, Ohio State Buckeyes. This ought to be really, really fun. I'm hoping Signetti has the boys ready. I imagine he does. I imagine he has the boys ready for combat today. But hopefully you're having a great week, whereas we go into Thanksgiving Day weekend, or week, I should say, next Thursday. Got to give a special thanks to our grateful sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code Broshmo when you sign up, and they will match that first deposit up to $250 dues. They don't just do football, they do all kinds of sports, especially with the NBA season going on. They got their higher and lower on player stats. So if you want to get in on the action over at Underdog Fantasy, then remember, use promo code Broshmo to take advantage of that offer. They have promos each and every day. Also, play responsibly, play within your means. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Nintendo Mike, y'all got a big game over at Rutgers today, man. Brandon, video series idea. Rank the top 5 or 10 rookies for each position previous draft class. Example, top 5 rookie edges from per class during the... I don't know. I tried to do a rookie stock watch. That video didn't do too well. Maybe if I do videos like that, like periodically, maybe potentially, but I got a plan for y'all on Thanksgiving. We're gonna take an early look at free agency and look at the free agency class, because that's kind of important when it comes to the draft, who's gonna be free agents and whatnot. So that's planned for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have that one ready for y'all. I already put it all together. I just gotta record it, put together everything that I needed. Mike, you're on the treadmill? That's nuts. Izzy, how you doing, bud? Doing well? Having some breakfast sandwiches. Yeah, Brandon, maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll do, instead of like position specific, like 10 best offensive rookies, 10 best defensive rookies. Make those separate videos, but we could play around with something like that. Because we're, what, about 8 minutes away from kickoff? I'm kind of intrigued. Anyone got any fun bets today? All right. Buckeyes taking the field. Bet Texas to beat Kentucky. Like money line? Because wasn't Texas like an 18.5 point favorite? And then Mike, you're going to Florida for Thanksgiving. Ooh. I don't know. I've been betting a lot of Notre Dame since they've been on their hot streak. And they already pounded one military institution, so I think they do the same today. I took them minus 13.5. I think they're up to 14.5 as of right now. Like betting Indiana intrigued me in this game when it was like close to like I think they were 14.5 point underdogs. I think they're down to 10.5 now. I ended up just betting it up, taking them plus 14.5. All right, here come the Hoosiers. All right, this is the biggest test, man, for Indiana thus far. You could argue Michigan up until now, it was big. It was Indiana's biggest contest. I think they did that in Ann Arbor too. But I mean, Ohio State is like close to a 24 point favorite next week against Michigan. So All right. I guess while we wait for the actual game, we can take a quick look at oh my gosh, Miami's already up 7-0. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I may have looked at taking Wake Forest plus 24.5. But Miami kind of needs a big pick me up. Like, hey, we need a. This is a resume game where it's like, hey, we need to pound this Wake Forest squad. Because dude, I took Tennessee, I took Georgia. I bet them down to minus 39.5, but I think they're gonna pound like UMass and UTEP today. Because again, these are kind of resume games for them, you know. Well, you got Miami. They're already up 7-0. I really liked Florida plus 12.5. Like, I don't think they're gonna beat Ole Miss, but I think this can be competitive. I really do. Virginia SMU's kicking off. Illinois Rutgers. There's no Mike, man. There's your squad. Syracuse, they're already up 7-0 on UConn. Yeah, I kind of suppose like Syracuse might because they're still in the thick of things. Could be a resume building game for them. So I took them minus 9.5. Maryland, Iowa, they're tied up in nothing. I was interested with North Carolina, Boston College, but I don't want to mess around with that. Jacksonville State, they're up 7-0 on Sam Houston. Low-key, kind of a big matchup there for the Conference USA. All right, we're about to get this kickoff, finally. Whoops. And Travion brings it out to about the 25. All right, here we go. Ohio State's going to start with the football. Got my coffee. Wow, that is some high quality caffeine. All right, so Seth McLaughlin, he's out for the year. I think he tore his ACL in practice this week. So you got a new center or a different center. Handoff to Quinshawn. He picks up about 3 there. Gonna be 2nd and 7 for the Buckeyes. Down with Indiana. Oh, is he? Got down with the Buckeyes, down with Indiana? There's no love loss here. Here, I gotta adjust the box score or the scoreboard here. There we go. That looks better. All right, Will Howard driving back. Kicks it out to Juckins, who gets tripped up about the 30-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd and 5. All right, man. The Hoosiers are flying around. All right, here it comes. 3rd and 5. Ohio State from their own 30. Ohio dropping back. He's looking around. He's going over the middle. And he goes to Ibuka, and that is going to be stopped for about a 3-yard gain. And here comes the putting unit. Good first drive. Well, good stop to open the game for Indiana. All right, Mike. See you in a little bit. There we go. Now Indiana, they're going to get their chance to prove something. Here comes the punt. And we're going to get a return here. As he's out to about the 29. And here comes Curtis Rourke. Currently has the second longest active streak in the FBS in consecutive like starts or wins. Okay. All right, Indiana, I mean, they're fun on offense. Like they can run the football. They got some playmakers too in the receiving game. All right, Rourke taking it from shotgun. They're at their own 30. And man in motion. It looks like the tight end's actually going to pull. Only gets about a 1 yard gain there from Justice Ellison. I don't know if it was tight end or if it was a wide receiver, just a big wide receiver, but they put him in motion to kind of be a puller, extra blocker. All right, we got press from Ohio State. Comes Rourke going downfield. Oh, just out of the reach of Price. Miles Price. And just outside of the reach. That's not a bad attempt there. Okay, Indiana coming out with little teeth like, hey, we're not afraid to take shots. But now you got a 3rd and 9. Good luck, Godspeed, right? And they're going to bring the blitz. They're going to bring pressure. Rourke going over the middle. Gets it. That's Miles Price again for 12. Gonna be 1st and 10 at their own 44. What up, normal guy? How you doing? All right, so we got our first down of the game by either team. Dude, JT Tuimala got up there. That is a tough body to throw by. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Got a pretty stacked formation, as they are going to hand it off to Ellison, who's going to pick up about 3. Create a 2nd and 7. I'm pretty good, normal guy. Just kind of enjoying my day, dude. This is the game of the day. I don't know. Honestly, Arizona State BYU is kind of could be goated too. Because winner of that goes to the Big 12 championship game, as long as Colorado State wins out. All right, 2nd and 7. Rourke's going to be throwing. Oh, man. There's the flag. He throws it Surratt's way. And I was waiting for Surratt to play through the receiver, but Ibignosin was basically face guarding him the whole way. And at no point was he able to turn around and make a play on the ball. Yeah, he's in there holding too. Dude, if you see the receiver looking you for that long, you got to turn around. All right, 1st and 10 from the Ohio State 38. We're going to get a handoff here. That's Lawton. Tyson Lawton. Picking up 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8. All right, you got trips down low. There's a little triangle formation, one up top. But they got tight end in motion, typically means a puller. And Lawton picks up about 2. It's going to be a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Man, if you could take if you could shift your body and take that back door. I know that's like the toughest cutback lane in the world, but man, if you could get there, that would have been like you would have been close to a first down there. All right, 3rd and 6. Rourke stepping back. He's looking around. He's going over the middle. He's got Surratt, who's down to the Ohio State 15. These Hoosier boys are moving. Who cares about a 3rd and long? Yeah, wow, that was good anticipation. Started throwing that ball before the I don't know if that was a linebacker, safety, or slot player decided to tail the linebacker or tail the tight end. Good anticipation. All right, we're gonna get a handoff here. This is Ellison, who's gonna pick up about 4. It's gonna be 2nd and 6 at about the Ohio State 11. Okay, that's a positive way to look at things, Nintendo Mike. All right, 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion again, typically signals a puller, and they're running. Yeah, you got to watch. You see that tight end in motion, they're usually running. So we got a 3rd and 2. It is at Rutgers. Yeah, so like you said, who knows? Rutgers has been such an inconsistent team all year. And it all stems from I forgot the name of their quarterback, but is he going to be hot or is he going to be not? Because that dude's plays all over the place. His accuracy all over the place. All right. Got a halfback in the backfield. Like 2 halfbacks. Man in motion. They're handing it off. That's a 1st down. Gonna be 1st and goal at the 5. Wow, man. Indiana, not only is this a good drive, it's a long drive. They're taking time off the clock. We beat both Michigan schools in the same year, and we have not done that since the 80s. Oh. It's a good year to beat Michigan. All right, 1st and goal. No handoff here. Rourke trying to get over. Oh, no. Igbinosin gonna get flagged for defensive pass interference again. Rourke going for the little slant. And this is on. Yeah, oh my gosh, he's all over him. He's holding him. Igbinosin, get your hands off him. Now that was to Williams. But now you got 1st and goal at the 2.5 yard line. Oh, the 2 yard line. Oh, and you got a bit of a wildcat formation. He's in there for a touchdown. Indiana's on the board. Tyson Lawton striking first, Indiana. A 12-play drive. That was like a 6-minute drive too. Do you think Indiana loses by 3, that they could go ahead of Ohio State because both would be? No. Philip, they're going to take the head-to-head. They're going to take the head-to-head in that case. It's very likely winner of this. I mean, I say likely because, I mean, you never know what happens in the final week of college football. But it really looks like who wins this will take on Oregon in the Big 10 championship game. Because like Penn State's just on the outside looking in at this point, unless somehow I don't know who Oregon's last game is against. We could take a quick look. We could take a quick gander at the stand-ins. There we go. That ought to give y'all a better look. What up, Rhino? Hi. Are you leaving? Oh, well, go have fun, little girl.
Test.
Yeah. All right. Yes? All right. Go have fun. Gotta work. By work, I mean watch football.
Okay.
Mother, found it. Have fun. All right. Let's take a gander here. And I'll get back to the chat. So we got Oregon. They got one more game. I forgot against who. It's Washington, and that'll happen next weekend. In all likelihood, they win that game. There's a chance that they lose. But I mean, having the win over Ohio State is kind of big. Nittany Lions, I mean, at this point, we got to just assume Nittany Lions, if they win out, if Ohio State loses today, it's like Indiana's still in. Like, Nittany Lions are just in a bad scenario here. Like, after losing to Ohio State, you're basically out. Because Indiana would still be undefeated. I don't know who their last game of the season's against. Purdue, so they're going undefeated. They're going to be, at the very least, a one-loss team if they can't hold on here. But yeah, Penn State's on the outside looking in. It's basically winner of this game faces Oregon as long as Oregon doesn't screw the pooch against... oh man, against who? Washington. There we go. Wake Forest striking back. It's a 7-7 ball game. SMU's up 7-0 on Virginia. We got 3-0 ball games. Rutgers up on Illinois. Iowa up on Maryland. UConn. It's tied up at 7. I do think that could be a high scoring game. Don't sleep on UConn, man, though. You like Jim Moore has got that team playing good football. But at the end of the day, man, I think Syracuse is just a more latent team. Yeah, Penn State still makes the playoffs. They make you're a one-loss team. You're making the playoffs. I don't care what argument you have for the SEC teams. Penn State, your one loss is against Ohio State. You're making the college football playoff. Anyway, how you doing, Rising Rhino? Indiana top 4 would be so hilarious. It would be. That's it. This college football season, though. It has been one wild ride. But I don't think you could put a 2-loss SEC team over Penn State. A 1-loss Penn State team. And the whole question here with Indiana, if they lose this game, they're probably, because they take Purdue on at the final week of the year. The question will be Purdue or Indiana, do they make it in with 1 loss, given that their schedule's not been crazy? That's why a lot of people been saying if they lose this game, it'll depend on how much. How close were you against Ohio State? At Ohio State. In my opinion, I think even if Indiana loses this game, I think Penn State, Indiana are in. You're going to get Ohio State, Oregon in. Like Oregon or Ohio State could take a second loss to Oregon in the Big Ten championship, and I think still make it. I mean, both your losses came to the same opponent who is ranked 1 in the nation. So I think we're gonna see 4 Big Ten teams in. I think so. 4 Big Ten. Notre Dame. At this point, Boise. Probably, as long as Boise can finish the story. Hey, Justin Fields is at the game. You're going to get 1 Big 12. You're going to get 1 ACC. So that leaves 4 spots for your SEC champion and then 3 other SEC teams. The real wrinkle in this is Notre Dame. The real wrinkle is having an automatic bid for a group of 5 champion and not just making it a large bid where you could have a group of 5 champion or Notre Dame. Because like Notre Dame is kind of a bid stealer at this point. All right, fake handoff. We're going to a screen to Emeka Buka and a tackle for a loss. Gonna be 2nd and 11 from the Ohio State 24. Boy, he read that quick. He saw that. You're not blocking. Dude, that was good effort to get around because that's the Ohio State's big slot. That's a big slot player for Ohio State there. And he was able to get around him. You like to see it. All right, little pistol formation, man in motion. Fake the handoff, going outside. And Tate able to pick up about 7 there. 7 or 8. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Notre Dame always messing everything up. Dude, straight up, they are. Notre Dame, legit bid stealer. Because I just don't know how you can make a argument for any of the 1-loss Big Ten schools to not get in over... To not get in because of a 2-loss SEC school. Who do I got in this one? I got Indiana plus 14.5. To me, it's a toss-up. I'm rooting for Indiana. I'm gonna be honest. And we got a first down. They go out to Judkins there. I'm rooting for Indiana. I love, like everyone else, I love a good underdog story. Cignetti has won over the people. He has won over my heart. I am rooting for Indiana. But I did, instead of taking them plus 10.5, I bet it up to plus 14.5. Going to end the poll here. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, please, on the stream. Got a handoff to Judkins, who's going to pick up about 4. Indiana looked really good on their first drive. All right, 2nd and 5, officially a gain of 5. They are at their own 43. Howard dropping back, and he's running. Lost. Well, somebody lost their shoe. Seeing people draft Luther, Burden, or Ashton Genty to the Texans is wild. Crazy if either. Oh, dude, if any of them fall is nuts. I don't know whose shoe came off. All right, 1st and 10 at their own 48. Oh, they got Henderson in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. Breaks 1 tackle. Picks up about 6-7 yards. Nice gain there. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Ohio State, you kind of need to clap back here. You don't want to give Indiana a chance to go up 2 scores. This is an Indiana team that, hey, once they get going, they're hard to stop. Fake the handoff, gets it out quickly to Tate on the out route. The Texans wide receiver room of Nico, Luther, Burden, and Tank would go crazy. Yeah, I would. Even if it's like Emeka Ibuka. Reuniting CJ Stroud and Emeka Ibuka, I think, would be crazy as well. All right, first and 10. They're at the Indiana 35. Will Howard rolling out. It's a screen. They get it out to Henderson. He just got to make one guy miss. He's inside the 20, the 15, the 10. Huge gain, but there's a flag. Might be coming back. Block in the back. Yeah. I don't think it's a terrible call. He blocked him in the back. Is it ideal? Nah. It's a little soft, man. But I mean, I think that's the right call. First and 20 for Ohio State, now back to their own, or to the Indiana 45, excuse me. All right, Will Howard dropping back. Here comes the pressure. Gets it out to Henderson, who's going nowhere. They're now back at midfield. It's going to be 2nd and 25. Oh, no, they're letting it get away from them. You can still get this back into field goal position. Now, don't sleep on Ohio State. They were down 10-0 early to Penn State, and it ended up not mattering. And gonna fake the handoff here. Here comes the pressure, and almost. Oh, Will Howard, what the hell are you doing? Was that a pass? Is it a fumble? He Will Levis. He kind of like threw it forward. Oh, they're gonna intentional grounding. Okay. And it's a loss of down. Dude, what the hell? Will Howard, what are you doing? Doing his best Will Levis impression. Underthrow while you're being sacked? Golly. All right, Will Howard, he's running around. He's looking. He's gunning it downfield. Jeremiah Smith. Nope, that's Tate. Excuse me. Golly. 25-yard pickup through the air. Going to put him back into field goal range. It's going to be a 52-yarder. How much of a factor is Ohio State line injuries and fact that Donovan Jackson is playing left tackle? It could be. Are they going for it on 4th and 10? That could be. I mean, it's a factor nonetheless. Like Ohio State, I mean, they're down bad. Wow, they're really going for it on 4th and 10. Will Howard hit as he throws. Wide open is Tate down to the 11. Just like that, within 2 passes, the momentum has shifted. It has swung. Mind you, just a couple of plays ago, we had Will Howard do his worst Will Levis impression and get an intentional grounding call. Like, Indiana's got some dogs on the defensive line. CJ West. You got Kamara. But that's going to be the end. Oh, no. Timeout by Indiana. We got 8 seconds left in the first quarter. Those are some big throws there. And a big ball's called by Ryan Day on 4th and 10 to go for it. All right, we're going to a commercial after the timeout. Let's do a quick scuppers. Miami, they are up 10-7 on Wake Forest. Look at that. No score in the Florida Ole Miss game. I liked Florida plus 12.5. I couldn't believe that they were going off as 2-score underdogs at home. SMU's up 7-0 on Virginia. Rutgers is up 3-0 on Illinois. Iowa's up 3-0 on Maryland. Syracuse, they're up 14-7 on UConn. Boston College, I'm glad I didn't touch that game. Part of me wanted to take North Carolina plus, I think they were 3.5, plus 3.5. Part of me wanted to take that game, but I stayed away from it, and right now that's looking like a good call. Boston College is up 10-0. Jacksonville State, they're up 7-0 on Sam Houston. Mind you, the Conference USA is tight right now. You can take a quick look at Conference USA. As you can see right now, Jacksonville State, they are undefeated in conference play. Right now, Liberty's on the outside looking in, but they take on Western Kentucky today. That game will be at home for Liberty. Sam Houston, with a loss, will knock themselves probably out. And there's a good chance that the winner of Liberty and Western Kentucky will take on Jacksonville State in the conference championship. So that's currently how things look right now for Conference USA. I just kind of wanted to bring that up because there's a lot of interest in dog fights when it comes to conference play right now. Like, we could talk about the Big 12. As seemingly it looks like the winner of BYU Arizona State will go on to the Big 12 championship game to take on Colorado. Colorado, who do they have today? They have they got to get by Kansas. That's kind of, Kansas has been a ranked team killer as of late. Playing like the Kansas team we thought we were going to see. Colorado ends the year with Oklahoma State. That one will be at home for Colorado, though. It'll be at Boulder. And we're going to get a handoff to Judkins. He's going to get to about the 8, maybe the 9. I think they're marking it down at the 9. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. And that's the end of the first quarter. Going back to commercial break. Look at that. Get a timeout, commercial break, and now the end of the quarter. They got to get my Kansas, then ASU in the conference title game. Yeah. The Buffalo, they got it. They're winning out. They feel like the hottest team in the Big 12. Don't sleep on Arizona State, man. I didn't see Arizona State playing like this year. Wonder if Donovan Jackson getting reps at left tackle raises his stock. No, it's just I think it's just solidifying that he's a guard at the NFL level. He's playing good football, don't get me wrong. And I didn't think he had like the worst game against Abdul Carter when they faced Penn State, but you could definitely tell he ain't playing. He ain't gonna be playing left tackle. I think Donovan Jackson, however you viewed him coming into the year, based on how he's played this year, you're probably no different with where you had him. To me, he was always like a top 64, top 50 prospect. All right, Nintendo Mike, be easy, buddy. Yeah, man, I still got a lot of football to watch to catch up on some of my evals. I gotta watch really a bit. Like, I really wanted to wait for this game to see to kind of form an opinion on the Indiana defensive line. I just got through the Iowa State secondary. This Tubi commercial's nuts. What is Deion Sanders doing talking to the... But you know what? Honestly, anything better than freaking political commercials. I was so done with political ads during my college football. Now we ain't got to worry about it for, well, at least the next 2 years until primaries. Realistically, next 4 years, but... Can't sleep on them primary games. Or primary games. Primary elections. All right, we're going to get a 2nd and 8. They're at the Indiana 9. Hand off again to Judkins. He's down to about the 4. Now Ohio State can technically still pick up a first down. And we got Henderson coming into the ball game. Third and 3. All right. In the pistol. Get the handoff to Henderson. Oh, he's might be short by inches. Or they might give him. Let's see where the placement is. Yeah, it's going to be 4th and inches. I imagine they go for this. Yeah, they're going for it. Judkins is in now. Got a real tight formation. Hand off to I think they got the stop. It's close. I don't think they got it. It's a turnover on downs. Big stop by Indiana. Number 6 coming in there. That's Kamara. Golly, dude. Hell yeah. What a stop. That's huge. You can make a 4th and 10, but 4th and inches? All right, now Indiana. Oh, they're reviewing it right now. But Indiana will be backed up. They got their backs right to the end zone. Wait, up in the house. You enjoying what you're seeing right now? I know you're enjoying what you're seeing. Now, Indiana will be put in a dire situation here with their back to the end zone. Let's do a scud. Miami, they are now up 17-7 on Wake Forest. Florida has the lead. Elijah Badger has been showing out. He's got the touchdown in this game. Dude, I'm telling you, that was one of the best bets on the board. Florida plus 12.5. I say this now, there's still 3 quarters to play. And with Ole Miss's offense, you can never be too sure. You got SMU is up 7-0 on Virginia. Rutgers and Illinois are tied up at 3. Iowa extends the lead to 10. They're up 10-0 on Maryland. Syracuse is up 14-7 on UConn. Boston College is up 10-0 on North Carolina. And oh man, Jacksonville State just scored another tutty. They're about to go up 14-3 on Sam Houston. What the hell? UMass is up 7-0 on Georgia? I gotta see what that drive looked like. All right, so they got the ball at their own 25. 1-yard run, 4-yard pass, 38-yard run. Ooh, that'll do it. Golly, dude. Look at all these runs. Telling me Georgia couldn't stop a run play against UMass? They just fired their coach like a couple of weeks ago. Can't tell me the team's coming out hot. This is kind of a pad your resume game for Georgia. I imagine they're going to blow out UMass, but them hitting that 39.5, taking kind of a big hit with UMass scoring the opening touchdown. Wow, Wake Forest, did they just score a touchdown? You had a 100-yard return? Oh my goodness. Dude, Wake Forest keeping it close against Miami. Yeah, that quarterback just ran it down their throats, I guess. Nah, I think Georgia could still win by 40. Again, it's a stat padding game. It's a game on your resume where you want to look dominant. Rourke has some clutch 3rd down throws. Yes, he does. All right, 1st and 10. Indiana going to start at their own 2. Rourke coming out throwing, gets it on the out route to Surratt. It's like a 9-yard pickup. 2nd and 1. I mean, come on, dude. Missouri beat that team by like 42. You know, I was almost tempted to take UMass and UTEP. Plus 41, plus 42. All right, so you got Rourke tries to go downfield and it ends up incomplete. Oh, what's your draft projection on Surratt? I haven't really watched Surratt. I just haven't. I don't know, Joe. I think it's a little different with Georgia. Their backs against the wall when it comes to will they make the college football playoff. They need to look stupid strong. Oh my gosh, Ellison can't be stopped. First down. He's down at about the 18. Rourke a good draft prospect? Yeah, I think he could be a high-end backup in the NFL. So we could be talking about like a 4th, 5th round grade when it comes to him. Is that the classic addiction to... Yes, it is the classic addicted to Jesus hoodie. Here, we got a 1st and 10. I'll let y'all get a full screen, full view of this in a sec. Rourke dropping back, dumps it to the running back. I think that's Lawton. Picks up like 2. Full screen. But yeah. Addicted to Jesus, baby. Can I get an amen? All right, 2nd and 8 for the Hoosiers. You got wide receivers on both sides stacked. Dumping it to the running back, Lawton. He's going to be down about a yard short of the first. It's going to be 3rd and 1. All right. All right, here it comes. 3rd and 1. Rourke still in shotgun. Oh my gosh. Is it a false start? Is it an offsides? They're calling it on the tight end. False start. So 3rd and 6 now. M85. All right. 3rd and 6. Now they're back to their own 21. Tight end in motion again. And looks like we're going to get some extra pressure. It's a blitz and he's sacked. Who has the bigger trap game? Texas versus Kentucky or Penn State, Minnesota? I feel like Minnesota. Golly, dude. Sawyer got off quick. My mic sounds awful? I think my mic sounds fine. Downs brings it out to about the Indiana 45. Dude, I took a whole week a couple of weeks ago trying to figure out my mic. I think I got it down pat. Last stream, everyone thought it was fine. crackling and cutting out. No, I'm not a sound guy, so I'm doing the best that I can. Keeps cutting in, cutting out. Oh, I just adjusted these settings. No, the mic isn't bad. It's the settings. Hey, MSU fan, if you don't like the mic, you ain't got to be here. You can leave. You can leave then, bro. You're gonna be a douche about it. All right, let's take a look at the filters. Oh, I don't want to mess with the compressor. It's not the mic, it's the settings. Like here, I take the compressor off. MSU fan, there's a difference between, oh, I'm just letting you know, and saying, Jesus, I can't take this mic, bro. Like, okay. You gotta learn how to say things, my friend. So this is it with the compressor off. See, the only way for me to find out, because I can't hear it in my headphones. I don't know what setting I have to change here to hear it in my headphones, but it is what it is. So I have to record. Then I have to talk. And okay, moving all over the place, but I think that's. I'm trying to learn, bro. I'm trying to learn, bro. I'm trying to learn, bro. Oh, I didn't know it was so hard to learn how to be a decent human being. I am giving you a hard time as well, so don't mind that. All right. Let's hear how that recording sounds. Because honestly, it sounds fine when I do recordings. Yeah, the recording sounds fine. Yeah, that sounds fine from a recording end. I turned the compressor off. I don't like turning the compressor off, though. Because then when I go loud, it gets real loud. And I don't know if I want that to happen. I don't know. We'll leave the compressor off and see what happens. Oh my gosh, Henderson breaking a tackle. All right, Jeremiah Smith. They're going to get another first down here. They're moving. They're looking to score. All right, so is it crackling now? And here, let me check just to be sure I have the compressor off. Yeah, I turned the compressor off. Oh, maybe I just need to get a sound guy. All right, Will Johnson over the middle, gets it out to Mecca Ibuka. He's down at about the 12, 11 and a half. Just crackled about 10 seconds ago. Oh, shoot, man, I don't know what to do then. All right, we... on a side note, Sam... See, without the compressor, like the audio shoots through the roof. Second and 1. I'll get to your. Oh, there it is. Touchdown. Emeka Buka. All right, Sam L. As it currently stands, top of your head, what is your ideal 2-round mock for the Bears? Golly. Off the top of my head, it's probably best player available in round 1. That could be like Ashton Genty. That could be a defensive lineman, whether that's on the interior or on the edge. Address offensive line somewhere early in round 2. You have 2 second-round picks. Honestly, it could end up just being the connection, guys, with the mic. Oh, the cowbell isn't that bad? Okay. Good. I'm not going to be doing Illinois Wildcats next. Oh, Brandon, they got some good players. They brought in some good cats. Signetti brought a lot of his James Madison guys. All right, I'm going to pull up the... Because this is a good idea by... Who came up with Joel, pulling up the stream. I'm just going to listen to how the stream sounds. A good idea. Because it could be the connection, but that shouldn't be it. My connection's good on my side of things. Thanks for not doing your thing. All right. Let's pull it up on YouTube and give it a listen. Oh, I hear that. I don't know. I hear that crackle. I don't think that's the mic, though. Let's see. Stream audio crackling. Here, while I try to figure this out. What up, Dustin? Mike, the key to it is just asking him every week to give a name for your team. Yeah. Audio keeps crackling randomly over time. I'm just gonna go to OBS's website to figure this out. Using various audio tracks, blah blah blah. It's cracking heavily. Distorted. This is heard across track, blah blah blah. Originally was using a plugin, blah 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 blah. Okay, made a video showing some examples. Okay, been having the same issues for ages. If you find out, okay. Fortunately, no. However, I am in the PC. It's been fine. It may have been a hardware issue, or could be the same for you. Okay. Just recently, I'm literally getting no answers. Try changing the sample rate and bit depth in Windows Sound to a lower setting. Windows usually default is okay. We could try that. Oh, Walter Nolan's hurt? No. Terrible. All right. We're going to the sound settings. Volume mixer. Son of a gun. All right. Oh, Rourke throwing that just outside of Lawton's range. Yeah, I feel like this is a stream settings issue. They go for a run here. Picks up maybe 2 yards. It's going to be a 3rd and long. UMass is driving again? Son of a gun. Oh, sack came in with an extra man. Is that Simon? With the sack there? Golly. I don't know if UMass QB got hurt, but they have another guy throwing too. Huh. Interesting. Was that a fumble too? Golly. Dude, just like this, Ohio State's about to flip this game on its head. Output streaming. We got a 3rd and 14 for Ohio State. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do multiple things at once here. Will Howard stepping up, throwing over the middle. And it's intercepted! Wow. Golly. Nice. Okay, this video helped enough. Obia. Here we go. Yeah, CJ West. I'm hoping to get an eval on him this week. Oh no. Let's see. Not looking for filters. 3 years ago. Golly, man. All right, hold up. All right, I think I might have it figured out. Maybe. Might have it figured out. There's high quality caffeine, baby. I just gotta do this speed test real quick. Dude, big turnover there for the Hoosiers, man. Got Rourke coming out in the pistol. They are at their own 11. And we're going to get a handoff here to Ellis, and he's breaking to the outside. Gets about the 16. Going to be about a 5-yard gain. All right, that's good upload speed. Whoa, are these all in the audio setting? Don't feel right. All right, so I think maybe I did something there. We'll see. Y'all let me know. Maybe just have to be something I have to figure out after the fact. Let's get back to this game. We still got about 3.5 minutes left in the first half. The fake injury team is turning into the real injury team. No kidding. All right, we got a pistol formation, 2nd and 4. Handoff. Lawton gets out to the edge, and he's going to get a first down. Hi, Dustin. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a great day. After seeing Will Levis last weekend against Minnesota, he didn't look great, and with Daniel Jones being released, both Giants and Titans, I'm predicting to both take top 2 quarterbacks off the board. Again, kind of depends on how they feel about this quarterback class. Not like it was last year's quarterback class, unfortunately. And they fake the handoff. Here comes the blitz again, dude. The blitz is hitting home. That's Simon with his second sack. He also caused the strip sack, by the way. Y'all let me know if it's still crackling every now and then. If it is, I'll try to figure it out sometime this week. So we got a 2nd and 18. Oh, we're going to go to the 2-minute timeout. So we got a tied up game, by the way. So we haven't done one yet today. I think it's probably time for a scoreboard. Haven't heard since I came back. Nice. I think it may have had something to do with the bit rate that I was pumping to YouTube. I think it may have been something with the bit rate. I might try to put the compressor back on. I just put the compressor back on. If the crackling comes back, let me know. So, time for a scoreboard. Oh, wow, that compressor's too strong. Too strong. Yeah, nah, yeah, that's too strong of a compressor. What are we doing here? Oh. All right, I put the compressor down, or yeah, pumped it down a little bit. Let me know how the audio is, and we'll figure it out throughout the whole stream. We'll make it a mission. All right, so Miami in scoring position, currently only up 3. It is 17-14. Do you, baby, do you? I did take Wake Forest plus 24.5, so. Ole Miss, man. Ole Miss currently tied up with Florida, 14 apiece. I thought Florida was a good play at plus 12.5 being at home. So right now looking good. Could get away from them in the second half, but as mentioned in the stream, we've seen guys like the crackling's back. It's the compressor. All right, we're just going to keep the compressor off the whole stream. We're just going to keep it off. The compressor's the problem. All right, but with Walter Nolan and Trey Harris potentially out, this is going to be a struggle bus for the Rebels. SMU's up 17-0 on Virginia. Rutgers is up 10-9 on Illinois. Iowa's up 13-0 on Maryland. Syracuse is up 21-7 on UConn. UConn, though, looking to score before halftime. Boston College is up 17-7 on North Carolina. At half, we have Jacksonville State up 14-3 on Sam Houston. Big implications there when it comes to Conference USA. Georgia and UMass, they're tied up at 7. Man, I really contemplated taking UMass and UTEP like plus 42.5. All right, we're going to get a 3rd and long here for the Hoosiers. They go for a little like screenplay or swing to the halfback. It goes nowhere. UTEP and Tennessee are right now tied up at nothing. Big game right here with Western Kentucky and Liberty. Wow. Veltkamp has thrown 2 picks already, and it's still a 0-0 ball game. All right, let's get back to the game here. I have Walter Nolan mock to go the Minnesota Vikings since need help on the interior D line. Yeah, Walter Nolan's nice, man. Kind of like pushed him up my board a great deal. Again, guys, let me know. Let me know if there's anything currently wrong with the audio. Again, took the compressor off. Not an audio guy. Just trying my best here. All right, 3rd and 18. I can't imagine they go for anything nutty here. Maybe you just want, yeah, they go for the draw. You're just going to try to get Ohio State to use that second timeout. Do you think Indiana's head coach is NFL head coach material? I mean, right now, maybe not. But, like, I think it can be. I don't know. I don't love moving college head big crackle just now. Son of a gun, dude. Then I have no idea what to do. When it comes to like college head coaches becoming head coaches in the NFL, I'm not a big fan of that. I like it if you get them in there as a coordinator first, but oh well, thank you, Joel. I'm trying. Oh yeah, he is old. Signetti, he looks good for 62. I thought he was in like mid 50s. But yeah, overall, oh no. Oh no, Indiana, what the hell are you doing? You had a bad snap to the punter. Punter unable to get the kickoff. Ohio State scoring position. Was it a bad snap or did he just whiff it? Nope, he just dropped it. Punter just sucks. Dude, turnovers have been crucial and crippling in this game. All right, we got 1st and goal. You got a big condensed formation. Looks like Will Howard's going to run it. He gets about the 4-yard line, maybe 3.5. Going to be 2nd and goal. Dude, Indiana. I mean, for the gaffes that they've had currently, the strip sack, the punter not being able to field the snap. Like, for this to be a tied ball game is kind of nuts. I mean, very likely Ohio State will go up 1 score here, whether that's a touchdown or a field goal. Getting the handoff to Judkins. Oh, goes for no gain. It's going to be 3rd and goal from 4. Aaron Jones has been good. He's been fine. Oh, my bad, Dustin. I misread that. You said Aaron Jones has been good, but he's on a 1-year deal. Yeah, running back's definitely on the board there. All right, pistol formation. Handoff. Henderson. Touchdown. Man, that's rough. I mean, I guess you're very fortunate that this is just a 1-score game. You're going to get to start the half with the football. That's kind of huge if you're Indiana. Joel, as you said, yeah, Indiana gets the ball back at half. So that's kind of huge. I did not see Ultimate Scouting's new video. Top 10 QBs. I don't think I've watched anything of Ultimate Scouting. Man, bobbled snap. Crippling for the Hoosiers. Dan. Love your content so much. Just curious where you got the idea from Mock the Mock from. Love hearing your thoughts on different landing spots. Someone suggested it that I do a reaction video to a mock draft right when the channel started. So like someone suggested it in the comment section to do a reaction mock draft, and I just did it one day, and it's honestly like I just did a mock the. I was like, yeah, let's call it mock the mock, and did it. It's one of the best performing videos. Consistently one of the best performing videos on the channel. If I'm gonna be frank, it's what keeps this channel going. Mock the Mock. It makes the channel profitable. I get scared that it gets overdone too much. I try to not do too many a week. Like, since we're starting to get into the thick of things, I kind of rev it up as we go. Like, I'll start the NFL season with maybe 1. We'll gradually go to 2. And now we're in that part where it's like I'm consistently trying to do 3 of those videos a week. All right, Indiana's going to take this sucker into the half. But yeah, someone suggested to do a reaction mock draft. And then I just called it Mock the Mock because I thought that was a funny name. Ultimate Scouting. Yo, I'm not positive, but pardon me? No. I know that there was a channel out there. I don't think this was the channel that used to take my thumbnails. Nah, this isn't the channel. But there used to be a guy that, like, I don't mind if you use the template of my thumbnails, because I use a lot of other people's templates. I just try to add my own flair to it. But like it was literally copy and paste. It wasn't this guy. It wasn't Ultimate Scouting. I don't remember who it was. Yeah, it wasn't this. It wasn't this cat. I wonder if he gets away with showing game film and he could keep his. I wonder if he gets away with showing game film without getting demonetized. I always struggle with that. Anytime I try to show game film, I get hit with copyrights and it demonetizes the video. So I'm always curious on how to do that. Rating play positional rankings is better than mock and dumb. Well, buddy, I do positional rankings as well, Walt. And hey, if Mock the Mock's not your cup of tea, fine, don't watch it. But it's what keeps the channel running. So if you're gonna knock it, then I'm sorry, Walt, but it ain't ever going away. As long as you want Broshmo to be on YouTube, then F, dude. Get used to Mock the Mock. Don't have to watch it, but it's literally what carries the channel and makes it financially stable. Let's try to catch up on some of these comments. You can do 5 times per day and I'd watch them all. I get what you're saying though, because realistically, how much can you say about Travis to the Jags? Yeah, exactly. Like, if anything, it's more so I'm just trying to see if there's any, like, if there's any new, when I do a Mock the Mock, I'm looking for, like, maybe new names. I'm always open to, like, new suggestions, too. I try to stay very open-minded to, like, where different players may go, or honestly, who has players rated where, I typically try to stick. I hate doing mock the mocks with videos. Like, it just sucks because you have to like freaking go through the video and try to find where they made the pick. It's just easier to do articles. So I really like doing like Mel Kiper's. If Trevor Sigma does one on PFF, I like to do that as well. I think Connor Rogers just had one this past week, but I didn't get a chance to get to it. Matt Miller just had one on ESPN. Just didn't get a chance to get to it. But yeah, I just never want to do it to the point where it's just like, ugh. You know? Top 5 players drafted beside. Well, I don't think I have a quarterback in my top 5. I kind of like, I don't know about top. Like, I get not having a quarterback in your top 10 in terms of positional rankings. That's just kind of the class we're in, you know? But if I was to say top 5 players drafted besides quarterbacks, you got Travis Hunter, Will Johnson, Mason Graham. Those are easily the top 3 that come off the top of my head. After that, Abdul Carter. I think those are probably an easy 4. I'm going to throw a 5th one in there, probably Tetero and McMillan. Those would be my 5. And I feel like that's fair. All right, let's switch over to the scoreboard. Am I still against the Jahmyr Gibbs pick? No. I feel like maybe at this juncture, I never hated it, you know? If anything, I was more so against Jack Campbell. And that just combined with like, wow, taking a running back early, you just spent money on David Montgomery. But like when you have an offensive line that good, I think you could probably justify taking running back early. I really do. So like, and I mean, now we see the NFL, the pendulum swinging the other way. Again, the Lions were just ahead of this. You know, they were like, okay, well, teams, they're playing lighter boxes. We have a great offensive line. Let's get some horses in the backfield. So, like, I really like that Jahmyr Gibbs pick. Again, Lions were just kind of ahead of their time there. And it wasn't the Gibbs pick I had the big problem with. It was the Jack Campbell pick that really, I guess, got under my craw. And I feel like even now, you could probably look back and be like, yeah, you probably could have done something better than Jack Campbell. And I think Lions fans would agree with that. Like, Jack Campbell's been all right, but I don't think you look at that and be like, yeah, there was no way that was the best player we could have taken there. No, you probably look back in hindsight, was like, yeah, we probably could have taken a player of higher positional value. But it is what it is. I'll leave Milroe out of it. Is there anything Cam or Shadur can do the rest of the season to change your mind on being top 5 prospects, or deem them absolutely worthy of a top 5 pick? I don't think so. At this point, we kind of know who they are. They are who they are. They are who we thought they were. Except for Cam Ward's big playability. He's revved it up to 10 this year. But he's still very unpolished when it comes to like footwork. Like there's technical stuff with Cam Ward where you look at it and it's like, yeah, like he could probably come into the NFL and still start right away though. I mean, I feel like we're in an NFL where it's like, do you really want to start your rookies right away nowadays? But you're going to have to, like, much of what we saw with like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson in their first year. Like when they first came in as rookies and actually started to get starts, because they didn't start right away. They eventually started throughout the season, though. I feel like Cam Ward, you should expect at least similar things where it's like, oh, you might see some of the high upside, but you're going to be looking like, yeah, there's definitely a lot we can refine when it comes to him. And you are going to be curious about the decision making at the next level for Ward. So I don't think there's going to be anything with Ward when it comes to, like, I feel like he is who we think he is. Same with Shadur. Like, Shadur, best case scenario, he's Joe Burrow. And that's a lot to put on a guy. So, and like, just coming from a guy that's like not necessarily high-end tools, he's going to be wherever you had guys like Bo Nix and JJ McCarthy. I feel like that's where you should probably, that should be the area you consider Shadur Sanders. And that kind of floats around that top 10. But you're not willing to say, yeah, for sure, top 10. You know? I don't know if that answers your question, Dan, but hopefully. Yeah, I haven't seen the shovel pass interception. I haven't watched the Miami game yet, so. Hey, live by the big play, die by the big play, I guess. Best landing spots for Daniel Jones? Raiders? Raiders, hey, this is a team that will potentially be drafting a quarterback, but you don't know if they're necessarily going to be in position. If you could go in there, get them out of position to be able to take one of the top quarterbacks, it might force them to like bring you back. And even then, it's like, even if they do draft a quarterback, you could probably get extended if you play well. I think regardless, Daniel Jones, he's going to be a free agent by the end of the year. He's just going to get signed as a high-end backup probably to one of these playoff-bound teams. And it's going to be a one-year deal. Florida fine for bowl eligibility. There we go. I'm not dissing your lowly Raiders. I'm calling a spade a spade. Hey. Wasted talent. One of the biggest Raider YouTubers on the platform. He loves me, and I love him. And he knows I just call a spade, man. I'm just giving you my opinion. Let's see. Have I looked at Weston Franklin out of Georgia Tech? Yes. Joel, dude, let's do I don't have the draft guide stuff up. Listen. Look in the description. If you haven't gotten the draft guide, get the draft guide. It's a Google spreadsheet. I already have a full eval on Weston Franklin. I kind of see him as an early day 3 pick. I actually like him quite a bit because you look at the size in the center class and there's not a lot of size. Florida will beat Florida State to make the bowl. Oh, most definitely. What QB possibly in this draft do you think may stay in college? Oh, I think especially with, was it Underwood now going to Michigan? Garrett Nussmeier seems like he's probably going to stay another year at LSU. Maybe he has a not like a Jaden Daniels like year where he's like easy Heisman Trophy winner, but come back and help improve his stock to where he's going to be a high first round pick. I think Drew Aller could be a guy that returns. Feels like there might be another a lot of unfinished business at Penn State, and someone that honestly I think is just, he could continue to improve with playing time. And I think low key Jalen Milroe could be a guy that returns. I would say those 3 guys. Daniel Jones going to San Francisco or Kansas City. Or the Los Angeles Rams. Learn from either Purdy, Mahomes. That's so funny saying learn from Purdy. And Purdy's like younger. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if Purdy's younger, but I know Purdy is. Purdy got in the NFL later, at least. But yeah, I think I like that idea, Dustin. Daniel Jones probably going to be a high-end backup for one of these playoff-bound teams. Joel, I'm a broke boy. Went to school with him. Just wanted to know where about you had him. Oh, that's all good, dude. Joel, hey, it's a one-time purchase of $30. Just start putting it away for it now. Hey, if you put $5 away every week for the next 6 weeks, you can get a draft guide. LSU Tigers struggling? Yep. Yes, they are. Hey! Georgia's up 14 now. Keep rolling, Georgia. All right, let's do a scoreboard. As Miami, they're up 20-14 on Wake Forest. Love that. I would love to see Wake Forest cover that plus 24.5. You got Ole Miss and Florida tied up at 14. SMU's up 17-0 on Virginia. Rutgers is up 17-9 on Illinois. Iowa's up 13-0 on Maryland. Syracuse, hey, UConn being able to score at the end of the half. Syracuse, they're up 21-14. Boston College is up 24-7. Look at that. Sam Houston, they will not go idly by into the night. They are only down 3. Jacksonville State up 14-11 on Sam Houston. Big implications here for Conference USA. Georgia's up 21-7. And then, dude, freaking Tennessee, what the hell are you doing? Why is it still 0-0 against UTEP? Western Kentucky, they're up 7-0. They were one of my underdog plays where I'm like, hey, you could take Western Kentucky money line, and I probably feel good about it. Because that's the thing, Liberty. Whoever faces Liberty has been a covering machine. A covering machine. You just take whoever Liberty is facing plus the points. It's hit every week. It is hit every game outside of the Middle Tennessee game. So, I mean, with this was what? Liberty was a 1.5 point favorite. So I'm like, just take Western Kentucky on the money line. And Florida State and Charlton Southern, they're opening play. Daniel Jones equals Mac Jones 2025. Oh, that's funny. Sam learned from Brock Purdy. Now Sam Darnold leading the way for Minnesota. I don't know. I feel like that might have been more of a Kyle Shanahan thing. Not saying like Brock Purdy is not someone you could learn from, but I'm just saying. I'm pretty confident that Kyle Shanahan played a big role in that. And I mean, it kind of helps that Kevin O'Connell's got a fairly similar-esque scheme. I know O'Connell coming from the Sean McVay coaching tree, but Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, they have very similarities. They were very wide zone heavy blocking schemes. Then a couple of years ago, Sean McVay started dipping into more gap blocking. And we saw that last year from Kyle Shanahan as well. So it's like the next little wrinkle in this wide zone Shanahan McVay-esque scheme. I feel like it's more related to scheme and the coaching than the quarterback there in play. It's not saying that Purdy didn't help. He probably did, but just saying. What QB that maybe in college football has the best chance to improve their draft stock? You feel bad for Trey Harris? Yeah, me too. Is it a serious injury for Trey Harris? Because that's the thing, man. This guy just hasn't been able to stay healthy. Dates back to last season. Best chance to improve their stock. Oh, quarterback that may be in the playoff. Oh, man. Honestly, it's got to be Cam Ward, right? Going up against some real defenses, I think could really help. If he continues to show out and have just those big-time throws, might be like, yeah, he's a little unpolished, but golly, look at what he did against some of these better defenses, like your Georgias, your Notre Dames, your potentially A&Ms and such. I feel like Beck is the answer. He had a season-long slump and maybe a good playoff run. Oh, yeah, Carson Beck could be a good answer. But Carson Beck has got a limited ceiling. That's the thing too. That's why I didn't say like a name like Shadur. I feel like those guys are they kind of are who we thought. uh, Devon, if you could give me an update on the Trey Harris injury, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna top my coffee off and take a pee break. That's actually very true, Dustin. There's the coffee. Time for the. Oh man, they're about to kick off too. All right. Get this sucker started. We got the kickoff coming. All right, Indiana's gonna fair catch this sucker. Because they will come back onto the field. I'll be at the back. Go get Gojo and Aquila some more water. Got a 2nd and 5. Got Rourke taking the snap. Handoff. Ellison, dude. Nice. No! No! Ellison. Golly, dude. Made a guy miss. Looked like he was going to get some solid yardage. Get close to the first down. And Ransom knocking it out. Indiana somehow falls on top of it. Oh. Simon got on top of it and then popped out. Hey, what up, Mackenzie? How you doing? Hi, Dustin. Have a good day at work, bud. All Lane Kiffin said was Harris' injury was bad. That sucks, man. Freaking love Trey Harris. Injury's been a mother trucker this year, man. And a flag? Oh, no. Delay a game? Oh, come on. Freaking Indiana. What are we doing here, man? Who's my pick for the Monday Night Football? O'Rourke, ball out. Oh, it's a good throw, but the receiver Price just didn't get around in time. What do we got? What do we got for Monday Night Football this week? Oh, that's right. It's a battle of the hardballs. Ooh. That's a toughie. I think Chargers, man. Chargers might. All right, Downs is going to return this. Makes a couple of guys miss. He's out past the 40, the 50. He's down to the 40, down to the 30. Oh, he's going to return this sucker. Oh, no. And just like that, this game's starting to get away from Indiana. No. I would say I lean Chargers, but that's going to be a really good game. I think the Chargers have been really impressive, even when injuries have hit, whether it was like the offensive line, wide receiver. You could talk about the defensive line. You could talk about the secondary. Like, dude, the Chargers have... They just play so well. They're so well coached. And I mean, that's not a knock against the Ravens. Like, I think it's a tough call. The Ravens are a hell of a good team. You could argue one of the best teams in the NFL. They are. Dang, Indiana, they need a score. There's no other answer. They need to clap back with a score. I don't think that Cam Ward will be able to translate to the NFL. I think he can. He's already played in a variety of different schemes for different offensive coordinators. I mean, this was a guy that played out of the T-Wing in high school. Goes to Incarnate Ward. Then Washington State. Now Miami. He's played in a variety of different schemes. It's not him transitioning to the NFL that I'm worried about when it comes to Cameron Ward. Carmel Tate's your wide receiver one next year. Well, I'll let you know when I look at next year's class. I got 27 receivers next year. Great. Golly, dude. I just start throwing together a watch list. I don't dare start grading guys until the summer. All right, Boston College, they're continuing to expand their lead. Dude, freaking Georgia right now. UMass, they're down 7. Oh, Georgia, this has to be a game where you look good and in control. I should have just took UTEP and freaking UMass. I'm always so keen to take in those. Like, if you're going to give me plus 40, I think I'll take it. But I really thought these were going to be resume games for Tennessee and Georgia. Just be like, yeah, no, we're as good as everyone thinks we are. Oh, you've only done receiver? That's fair. Who's your dark horse candidate for the Chargers pick? Well, if the Chargers are picking late, I couldn't really tell you. I feel like Tyler Warren is a good dark horse pick. Just because it also means he's probably that Harbaugh's probably picking him over Colston Loveland. So does Indiana drop all the way out? If this is a blowout, there's going to be some consideration that Indiana, that you can make some of these 2-loss SEC schools, you could put them ahead of Indiana if they get blown out. That's kind of the crutch of this game, or the crux of this game. You're looking at it like, okay, if Indiana could keep this competitive, yeah, you're not putting a two-loss SEC team over Indiana. This is a blowout, then you could start to make the case like, well, yeah, they beat up on a lowly schedule, and then when they did face their first legit competition, they got mollywopped. So that's kind of what's at play here for Indiana. All right. Coming out of the pistol. Gonna get a handoff here to Lawton, who picks up a nice gain of about 8 yards there. All right, 2nd and 2. Oh, that should have been caught. Ward gunning that in. Dropped by Cooper. I mean, okay, yeah, like, it's not Ohio State, they're injured along the offensive line, but they don't have many injuries outside of that. Like, everybody has injuries at this point, at this juncture. I'm not weighing the injuries too much. Are you going to stream the Charger? No, I don't stream NFL games. I'm not streaming NFL games this year. Unfortunately, just financially, it doesn't make sense to, because these streams don't bring in money. So it just tries to get it out to Lawton, but golly, Ohio State freaking mobbed him almost immediately. Even if he caught the ball, he wasn't going to get close to the first down. Yeah, just unfortunately, like, these streams don't make money for me, so it's just more advantageous for me to work on content instead of streaming NFL games. So that's why I took cut off the NFL streams this year. All right, this one's gonna bounce. Take an Indiana roll down to about the 24. You think Tyler Warren, elite NFL tight end? I don't know about elite. I think he's in that back end of the first round area. Hey, Jimmy. Thank you, my friend. I think Quinn Ewers has the most upside in the QBs in this draft class. He reminds me of Stafford. Devin. So, like, I think Ewers does have good upside, but I mean, in comparison to like or in comparison to Aller and Milrow, I think those guys just have the biggest tools of the class. Milrow's got, or not Milrow, but Ewers I think has really good arm talent though. You think he's gonna be good or better than Dallas Goedert? I think Dallas Goedert might be actually a good like comparison of what he can be in the league. I think that's a fair like comp, at least in terms of production, what he can be in the NFL. Oh, Ole Miss just muffed a punt and Florida recovered. Golly. All right. Indiana, man, let's see if the defense could come up big. Because honestly, you think about it, man, it's really been the offense, the inability to be able to like block. Ohio State bringing extra rushers and just really, really putting pressure on Rourke. But also the special teams have been a bit of a letdown. You got a play action by Howard. Nice throw to Emeka Ibuka. Gets him across the 50. Walter Nolan's back in the game. Almost got an interception. You love to hear it. Indiana needs a stop. Handoff here. This is Henderson. They stop him for about 2 to 3 yards. All right, we got a 2nd and 7. Henderson going outside, gets stopped at about the line of scrimmage. It's going to create a 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. But hey, we know that don't mean bull crap for Will Howard and company. They converted on a 4th and 10 early in the game. Some people have Warren as a top 15, but I don't know if I'd take him that high. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, Cameron. I think he might be in the realm of where like what Dalton Kincaid is. Not is, but like where he went in terms of the draft. So I'm thinking that like that later part of the 1st round. Howard dropping back, throws it. Nice throw to freaking Jeremiah Smith. Kind of threaded that over the coverage. Jimmy! Hey, thank you again for the super chat, my friend. You think he might be a I mean, I feel like that's fair to say about any quarterback prospect, but I get it. Handoff, I think this is Henderson, who gets about 5 on it. It's gonna be 2nd and 5. You could say that about any prospect, right? But when it comes to like, yeah, from a technical perspective, I get it. I could see like if it just doesn't click for him in the NFL, then yeah, he might be a guy that just flounders, could end up being a first round bust, like a Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota. But then become relevant as backup quarterbacks later in their career once they get a little bit more, I don't want to say with him a little bit more polished, because like, ooh, Quinshawn, first down. But like, because it's not like Jameis has become, Jameis is still Jameis. But you kind of get what I'm saying, where it's like, okay, he was a guy that needed a lot more work technically speaking, and it took a lot more time. So I get where that thinking could go, where he may be a bust just because he gets overdrafted, too high of an expectation, and you're just not going to be afforded that much time to develop. You got, like, if you're going to be a first round quarterback, they expect you to develop exceptionally quickly. Oh, reverse end around to Jeremiah Smith. He's inside the 10, down at about the 9. Not looking good for Indiana right now. Not looking good. All right, 1st and goal. Gonna get a handoff to Henderson, who down at about the 4. Gonna be 2nd and goal. Oh, you got an injured Buckeye down. They're going to break. So we can do a scoreboard. On a side note, haven't heard anyone mention anything about the crackling recently, so let me know. Let me know how everything's sounding. All right, so Miami at Wake Forest. Wake Forest, they're only down 6. They were such a good get at plus 24.5. Or at least that's how it seems right now. Well, things change in the 4th quarter, but Miami's still up. Florida's up 17-14 on Ole Miss. You got SMU up 20-0 on Virginia. Rutgers, they're up 17-9 on Illinois. Iowa's up 16-6 on Maryland. Maryland did lose their starting quarterback early in the game. Syracuse is up 21-14. Dude, Kyle McCord, 30-35. That's absolutely insane. And Boston College continues the utter slaughter of North Carolina. Jacksonville State just scored a touchdown to extend it to a 10-point lead. Win here solidifies their place in the Conference USA Conference Championship game. Georgia's up 28-14 at half on UMass. So Yeah, they need 26 more points for me. Tennessee also needs 26 more points for me. They're up 14-0 on UTEP. Liberty, they're up 14-7 on Western Kentucky. Looks like this is going to be a really, really good game. I figure, I mean, dude, it was a -1.5. It was going to be a close game. Florida State, they're only up 3-0 on Charleston Southern. Hey, maybe they could get that second win of the season. And this is a 1-10 Charleston Southern team, by the way. Bowling Green, they're about to be up 7-0 on Ball State. You got UTEP and Rice tied up at 7 as well. If I missed any recent scores. Doesn't look like it. It is still crackling, not that much though. Or very often. Man, that sucks, dude. Maybe it is the mic. Maybe I gotta get a new mic. Oh no, that can't be it. It doesn't do it when I am recording though. It's gotta be something with the stream settings. I ain't trying to buy a new mic if that's not the problem. All right, 2nd and 10. Or excuse me, 2nd and goal. Hand off to Henderson. Nice spin move. He's down at about the 1. It's going to be 3rd and goal. You got to imagine that they'll go for it again if they don't convert it on this 3rd down. And no handoff. Touchdown. That Thurman and that Ohio State running away with it. Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy says, thank you for the super chat again, by the way. I had Emory Jones as my number 2 OT before I watched your video. I really like his tape. Now I feel like I'm wrong. Not necessarily, dude. It's just kind of a down year. And it's not like he's been bad all year. We're talking about like just maybe 2 or 3 different matchups where he was overmatched. You go to South Carolina, you go to Ole Miss. And to be fair, those are 2 very stacked defensive lines. But the more you watch him, you're like, okay, maybe he does feel more of a guard. That he just gets blinders out in space and just not cognitive of really like where to guard or who's around him. And maybe that might be a little bit better if you put him more in a phone booth. But I truly think he returns next year. Because I agree that the talent is there to play tackle. It really is. I mean, the dude's 6'6", what, like 315? He can play tackle. I think he's got the length. I think he can play tackle. But if he's going to survive out there on an island, he's got to get better with some things. So, Jimmy, don't feel wrong. Like, the talent is there. Don't get it twisted. It's just the consistency this year hasn't. On a side note, I did in another bet take the under in this game at 52.5. I was like, oh, you know what? If this ends up being like a Northwestern Ohio State game where it's like 38 combined points and 90 of the points scored are Ohio State, they probably won't come close to that 52.5. It's just Indiana's offense does scare you. They could score real fast. So Maybe I should have instead taken Indiana plus 14.5. Just took the under at 52.5. I love looking at bets in hindsight. I think Howard's draftable. He's definitely a day 3 player, but I think he's draftable. Handoff. There we go. Big run by Lawton. Gets out to about, what? Gets about 12 yards on that. Out to the 37. Their own 37, of course. Like, Will Howard's an absolute unit, and he does have a big arm as well. It's just very inconsistent on the throw-to-throw bases. Though he did seemingly removed a lot of the YOLO balls from his game. A lot of the arm punts. Then again, in a game like this, early on, where he tried to throw it away underhand, not great. Lawton, another big gain. He's out to the 40, the Ohio State 40, that is. I think officially down at the Ohio State 42. All right, they're moving. They keep giving it to him. They do. Lawton gets about 2 to 3 on that. Officially 2nd and 8. All right. I mean, dude, they got one-on-one outside if they want it, but they're going to hand it off. But, dude, Ohio State started playing the run, man. You got to go to the pass. You see the safeties coming down. You're getting one-on-ones outside with some of the most flagged corners in football. Take shots. All right, 3rd and 11. I mean, it wasn't so much a drop, but thrown at the ground. That was kind of a tough catch. On the screen, you're not exactly putting your receiver in the best opportunity to legitimately make a play after the catch, even if he catches that. Oh, Indiana taking a timeout. All right, big 4th and 11 for Indiana. Golly. All right, let's go to the scoreboard. All right, end of the 3rd. Miami, they're up 20 to 14 on Wake Forest. Florida. Oh my gosh. Ole Miss just turned it over on downs. In scoring position, they go for a 4th and 1, and they stuff JJ Buckeyes. But why not kick the field goal to tie the game early on? I mean, I don't know why you take that risk. I mean, I guess it is what it is, but I think I might just try to shoot to tie the game up. SMU's up 20-0 on Virginia. Dude, SMU. Don't sleep on SMU. Such an explosive offense there. Illinois, they're in scoring position. They could actually tie the game up with the 2-point conversion, but they are down 17-9 on Illinois, or on Rutgers. Iowa is up 19-6 on Maryland, but Maryland with the score can make it a 1-point game. And Syracuse, they're up 24-14. They're currently covering that -9.5 for me. Boston College is up 27-7 on North Carolina. Jacksonville State's up 21-11, but Sam Houston is in scoring position. We still got halftime for Georgia and UMass. Georgia's up 28-14. Tennessee's up 21-0 on UTEP. Oh, Liberty running away with the game. Oh, no. Oh, no. Liberty, they're like, nah, we're good. We're a good team. Screw you. Screw you, Broshmo. Always saying that, oh, opponents cover on us. We're gonna cover on them this time. Godly. But they are about to go up 21-7 on Western Kentucky. I do think Velt Camp has 2 picks in this game. Florida State's about to go up 10-0 on Charleston Southern. Bowling Green's up 7-0 on Ball State. UAB, they're up 14-7 on Rice. UAB, they were a touchdown underdog. Dude, are they legit? You call a timeout and you punt the football? Dude, Signetti, show me some balls, bro. Golly. What? I don't like this call. After the fair catch, Ohio State's going to get the ball at their own 9. They're going to opt to still play the field position game. Uh-oh, Terran Arnold. He's going to miss tomorrow's game with the groin injury. See. All right, here comes 1st and 10 for Ole Miss. Ohio State. Handoff to Judkins. Judkins gets it about the 12. Gonna be a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. All right, 2nd and 7. You kind of got heavy formation. You got a bunch tight, and they're going to toss it to Judkins. He gets about the 14, so you're going to get a 3rd and 5 here for Ohio State. All right, 3rd and 5. Got 2 backs in the backfield. Howard dumping it over the middle. Dropped by Jeremiah Smith. Oh. Well, I mean, Signetti ends up being the right call. Kind of, sort of. I mean, you don't know if you're going to make that 3rd and 11. It's a low probability play. But you're able to get a 3 and out. That's kind of huge. Granted, it took a dropped ball by... Oh, no, that was just actually really well played by the corner to get his hand in there. Oh, let's give the corner for Indiana a little love here. That wasn't as much of a drop as I thought. Here comes a punt. We're going to get a fair catch. Oh my gosh, fallen fair catch. They're going to get the ball at about the 40, their own 42. All right, Indiana, from here on out, you need scores. I mean, now you got promise in field position. You can't come away without a touchdown. Like, get a field goal out of your head at this point. Oh, field goal makes it an 18-point game. Cool. Still 3 scores. You haven't scored since your opening drive. How about we focus on putting touchdowns on the board and trying to minimize this lead to actually get back into it? Let's minimize how many possessions it takes to get us back in this ball game. Oh my gosh, dude. JT Tuimoloau just mollywopped the left tackle. I mean, to be fair, like, Sawyer also destroyed the tight end. Why you have a tight end on Sawyer? Riddle me that. I get he's coming from a Y9 alignment, but get out there. All right, they're going to hand it off to Ellison, hoping to make it a 3rd and manageable. I mean, he picks up 7. It's going to be 3rd and 10. And to be fair, this is 4 down territory from here on out. All right, here comes 3rd and 10. Ohio State showing blitz, and they bring it 6. You got to get it out. All right, Jack Sawyer getting to it this time, but they brought 6. You got to get the ball out, man. Golly. First series for Indiana, they targeted the Ohio State corners. Got a couple of PIs, and then they completely dismissed that now. Dude, they've been bringing the blitz. They've been bringing extra pressure all game. You think they're not going to do it on 3rd down? You got to have something where it's like, okay, this should get us a one-on-one. Throw it out to my receiver, go make a play. Like Elijah Surratt. He's a bigger receiver too, ain't he? Am I making that up? What do they got his size down as? (6'2", 209. Throw it up to him. Tell him, go make a play. And if anything, maybe we'll get a pass interference. I don't get this. This is like butter in my biscuits, dude. Like, legitimately, just not loving it, man. I'm not loving it. Oh, dude, man. Now this is, we're going to the 4th, and now this is just frustrating. All right, let's look at this consensus big board. This is via The Athletic. This is consensus big board. Combines rankings from a wide range of NFL draft experts to identify how the top prospects are viewed relative to the rest of the class. Gotta see this. Dude, Harold Fannon's getting a lot of love, man. I just think from a size perspective, it's just, that ain't it. They got him at 50. Dude, Emory Jones still being in the top 50, man, I think is a little sus. I think it's a little sus. Man. This is just demoralizing. I'm going to do a quick scoreboard as they punt the ball here. As SMU scored another touchdown, they go for a 2-point conversion to make it a 28-point ball game. Okay. Illinois did score a touchdown, but they failed on the 2-point conversion, and now Rutgers is in scoring position. Iowa has since then extended their lead against Maryland. UConn has shortened it to a 7-point ball game now. Hey, Georgia got a field goal. Yay. All right, we don't got much in the way of change. Oh man, Indiana gonna need a big now at this point. Man, if you're Indiana, you gotta think you want to make this game look close. Howard gets it out to his big slot. G. Scott. All right, 2nd and 7. Coming out in the pistol. Judkins picking up the first down on the ground. 8-yard pickup. All right, 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. And stuffed on the handoff there. Did I watch SmackDown? Yeah, I did watch SmackDown. I hand off to Judkins. He's flipping field, going up the middle. Turns it up for 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Yeah, SmackDown was fun. I think the call that's the correct call to have CM Punk in the War Games match. It says Seth Rollins because Rollins has been so adamant about not teaming up with Roman Reigns again. You're just gonna make him look like a big hypocrite if he decides to do it. CM Punk makes a ton of sense being the Paul Heyman guy. I didn't notice that Heyman was dressed like Solo. I just figured the red and black was more indicative of red and black is the bloodline colors. I thought that's just what it was more indicative of. I don't think we're going to get a turn of Paul Heyman. I love adding Bronson Reed to the bloodline, the new bloodline, though. All right, play fake, 4th and 1. Going over the middle, wide open is Emeka Ibuka for the first. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a Paul Heyman turn. I think it was just more like that's the red and black. That's bloodline colors. I did notice Paul Heyman having that fake tan though. Golly, dude, he was glowing. I'll just say that. And Will Howard, ooh, a little miscommunication between him and the receiver. Maybe thought the receiver was going to give him a go out on a little zip. All right, we got a 2nd and 10 from the Indiana 25 for the Buckeyes. And it's blown dead. And there's a flag. Ball start on the offense. Gonna go down to the 30 or go back to the 30. The Indiana 30. All right. 2nd and 15. Not gonna lie, the Ole Miss game is way more entertaining than this. Yeah. And it's a screen out to GG Scott. Gets back to the 25, down at about the 24. There is a flag. Yeah, we might jump over to Ole Miss, Florida, because, dude, that could be an elimination game for Ole Miss. Dude, if Ole Miss loses to Florida, that's a big-time elimination game. Like, Ole Miss, sorry, you're out of it at that point. Block in the back on the offense. Another block in the back. Similar screenplay. Well, not similar, but another screenplay getting a block in the back there. Right, now they're backed up to their own, or to the Indiana 37. Handoff here to Judkins, picks up about a yard or two. Gets back to the 35. Gonna be 3rd and 20. We'll give Indiana one more drive to turn things around here. And timeout called. They couldn't get the playoff. Dude, UMass can't stop scoring touchdowns. Keeping this game tight against Georgia. It's a 10-point ball game. Georgia only up 31-21. Tennessee, though, at half, they're up 28-0. They just need 12 points to clear that. Not a good look for Georgia, man. And I mean, if like now we're in with the SEC with all these teams beating one another, Ole Miss beating Georgia, Georgia beating Tennessee and Texas, Tennessee beating Alabama, Alabama beating who'd Bama beat? Why am I blanking? Georgia, like you can't rely just on the head-to-heads. And I've tried to explain that to people. You can't rely on just the pure head-to-heads, that it's going to be more nuanced than that. And you're going to look at like matchups against other teams. What were worst losses? What are your best wins? And a lot of that plays into Georgia's favor. But when you're not killing teams that you're supposed to, I don't know, man. All right. Here comes 3rd and very long. And going out to Jeremiah Smith. They're saying incomplete. I thought he may have had a foot down in bounds. But that's well short of the first down. It's going to be, I mean, can your kicker hit it from 53? Oh, that's a catch. Yeah, they're probably going to change this call. And now you got a 44-yard kick. And it's good. All right, technically still a 3-score game if you get some 2-point conversions, but good chance that we're switching over to Ole Miss, Florida. Again, I am going to give Indiana one more drive to turn this sucker around. Let's do a quick scud. Oh, no, Miami. They just scored a touchdown. They have gone up. It's about to be 35-14. That's 21 points. All right, Miami. Let's take the foot off the gas. I would like it if Wake Forest can hit that 24-point. 24.5, I should say. Ole Miss and Florida still tied up at 17. We got SMU up 26-0 on Virginia. Rutgers, they moved to a 2-score game. They're up 24-15 on Illinois. Iowa's up 26-13 on Maryland. Syracuse is up 31-17 on UConn. Boston College running away with it. They're up 34-7 on North Carolina. And Jacksonville State, man, they're gonna clear. They're gonna clear another win here in conference play against Sam Houston. Probably effectively kick Sam Houston out, potentially. But I believe Sam Houston has the win over Liberty. So this, no. Liberty, Sam Houston. Oh, man, this game can, like, the conference, who goes to the conference championship game probably gets decided next Friday. Because if Liberty holds on, they only have 2 losses in conference play. Sam Houston's going to move to 2 losses in conference play. Win and you're in, and you're facing Jacksonville State. So very fascinating. Georgia looks like they're about to go up by 17. Still 23 points shy of that that 40-point 40-point spread. So I'm not loving that. Oh, dude, Beck's got 4 touchdowns in the game. Hell yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, not really much to talk about here on the scoreboard. Question is, how far will Indiana drop in the rankings? Well, Indiana needs to show some life. If they can't show some life, then, I mean, you could make a great argument that you could put some of these 2-loss SEC teams over them. That's the thing. Because you're probably putting Alabama ahead of them. You're probably putting Georgia ahead of them. And you're probably putting Tennessee ahead of them. Ole Miss, man, they first got to win. You first got to win, man. If Ole Miss can't win today in the swamp, oh man, I don't think you could put Ole Miss ahead of Indiana. Hand off to Lawton here. Picks up 2. I think the fact remains the ACC, the Big 12, they're only going to get 1 team. Oh, man, Notre Dame, dude. They're such a radically different team than they were against Northern Illinois, but that's such a bad loss. And you almost got to put some of these 2-loss SEC schools ahead of them. All right, you get a 5-yard pickup. It's 3rd and 3. But Notre Dame, man, it's like, man, you look at Notre Dame and it's like they have good wins. And I mean, honestly, that Texas A&M win in College Station is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but pounding every school after that loss, it's kind of helped. The Louisville win was big. I imagine they're going to win by multiple scores against Army today. All right. 1st and 10. Looks like there was some early movement, but no flag. And Ellison, handoff here. Like, I mean, that, golly, dude. It feels like Indiana has kind of accepted defeat here. Are they going to keep running the ball? And I mean, now you take the play clock down to 7. All right, they get it out to Surratt, 1st down. Florida's in the red zone. Uh-oh. Honestly, dude, Ohio State's taking a loss kind of cleans up a little bit of this stuff. Rourke going downfield, out of bounds. Talk about a team with, like, your one impressive win. Like, honestly, you have a couple of impressive wins, like blowing out Arkansas and South Carolina, beating Georgia, blowing out Georgia. But then you have some of the most depressing losses. LSU in overtime, in Death Valley. You think that's not that bad, and then Alabama just shellacks LSU in Death Valley. Kentucky wasn't a good loss. It's like, even like, dude, even if Ole Miss escapes, man, it's kind of hard to justify Ole Miss ahead of some of these other SEC teams. All right, they're only bringing in 4. And hey, finds a guy. You're going to be about a yard short of the first, but that's manageable. It's going to be like 4th and 1. Or... yeah, 4th and 1. All right, let's see if they can convert this 4th down. If not, we're going to jump to that Florida game. A Florida Ole Miss game. And Rourke keeps it. Gets down about the 34. There we go. But I mean, you got 4.5 minutes left in this game. They're just trying to put a drive together, man. Rourke going over the middle again. Little behind his receiver. Gonna be incomplete. Yeah, I think I'm switching over that Florida Ole Miss game. Oh man, almost another interception. Yeah, they're getting smoked. I think we got to do the switch. Florida did just score a touchdown as well. All right, we got 3rd and 10 for Indiana. And they just hand off. And it gets a first down. I'm surprised he didn't switch an hour ago. Well, I mean, there was times where Indiana could have got back into this ball game. And it's just wild that they just started moving the football. All right, we have switched over to the Florida Ole Miss game. 7:40 left. Florida has just taken the lead 24-17. Big implications if Ole Miss cannot win here. This seemingly eliminates them from the college football playoff race. Seemingly. Never say never, right? Great smack with the kickoff here. It's going to not be returned. Touchback. All right, here comes Ole Miss. They're going to be getting the ball at their own 25. And Jackson Dart going to hold on to it, pick up the first down with his legs. He's out past midfield. And the helmet comes off. No, he's going to have to come out of a play because the helmet came off. Been crazy busy for you, Izzy? Dang. Well, hopefully work's not been too chaotic for you. Oh, they're calling a sideline warning on Ole Miss. Jackson Dart, always the helmet coming off for him. And they try to get one out quick to Juice Wells, and it falls incomplete. Here comes Jackson Dart again for 2nd and 10. Man in motion. Fake the handoff. Dart dropping back. He's going deep. Oh, just out of the reach of Watkins. But to be fair, I don't think Watkins made a good play on the ball. It's kind of a nice throw. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz. Dart sacked. Oh. Man. Dang. Florida forcing a 4th and 16. I imagine we're going to see the punting unit. And the Gators can put this away with a score here. I mean, obviously, you just want to drain clock. But if you could continue to move the football, that's huge. They will get the ball at their own 5. Dude. Man, that Florida plus 12.5 was just too good. It's just too good. Freaking Miami. Scoring another touchdown when they didn't have to. I get it. You want to pad it against a bad opponent. Wake Forest, man. I need them to score a touchdown on their final drive if they're going to clear. They're going to clear this plus 24.5. Tennessee looks like they're going to clear that 40 points. Georgia, little more going on there. They're only up 17. They're going to need 4 scores to do that. Man. Put away. Big drive for Ole Miss here. Dude, I mean, dude, Ole Miss going down here. Oh. It cleans up the playoff. It cleans up the playoffs quite a bit. I'm just going to say that. I will say that it does make it easy to whip together. Yeah, I saw the TD by Miami. I'm not loving that. I'm not loving Miami running up the score, clearing that 24. that minus 24.5. So I'm kind of hoping Wake scores a touchdown. Like, dude, Miami could have just kicked a field goal, right? And then my Wake Forest plus 24.5 is still alive. But now I need Wake Forest to score a garbage touchdown. A garbage time touchdown. I'll take a garbage touchdown, but a garbage time touchdown. Indiana, they scored a touchdown and got the 2-point conversion, but it looks like they won't clear that 52.5. They can't get the ball back on an onside kick. I'm not against the Eagles drafting wide receiver 3 in the first round as much as I used to. That's fair, Cameron. It kind of depends on how the draft falls. Like, I think there's a lot of good options. Oh, first down by Florida, getting it to Badger. Dude, freaking Badger finally coming alive late in the year. Granted, it took some injuries, but I'll take it. SMU touchdown, dude. SMU's offense is just a freaking powerhouse. Strepo's a gamer. Gonna be a steal. Yeah, I think he's gonna I think he's like a surefire day 2 pick. All right, 2nd and 8. Georgia or Florida, you gotta drain the clock. You're snapping it with 10 seconds on the play clock. Ooh, Montrell tackled from behind, but I think it's a horse collar. And Montrell's down. He's getting back up. Stupid horse collar. Give me one of those type of slots at the next level for sure. Eval, yeah. Yeah, no, he certainly is an easy eval. Yeah, right now, man. Florida just trying to final score. Freaking Miami, dude. I mean, I'm happy they won. I'm happy they got a nice blowout, but yeah, Florida right now just trying to tick the clock away. I don't blame them. Empty backfield for Lagway. Gets it out quick on a screen, but it's batted down. You like Emeka or Luther Burden more out of the slot? I'm kind of cool with either. I think they provide a little bit different things. I think Luther Burden's more explosive, can create more, but like I certainly think Emeka's that consistent chain mover. All right, good protection. Lagway going deep, but out of the reach. His receiver. I mean, dude, Ole Miss is going to get the ball back with 4 minutes left. That's huge. Iowa beat Maryland 29-13. Yep. Well, Maryland lost their quarterback early in that game. Watkins going to return this sucker. And taken down at about the 22. And Dart gets it out quick to Watkins. Picks up about 5. So who would you take if you were the Eagles? Yeah. I don't know. If I'm the Eagles, I would take Burden. Just because of what he provides as like a explosive after the catch. Like he could win on all levels of field. I think I would go with Burden just because he's higher on my board. I see him more as a top 20 player than Emeka Ibuka is more this back end of the first. Dart getting pressured, going deep. Oh, man, almost intercepted. 3rd and 5. Yeah, but Luther Burden just, to me, he's still built different. Just wasn't used as much. I don't think he was as big a part of the offense as he should have been for Mizzou this year. And I mean, Mizzou, a lot hasn't worked in Mizzou's favor this year. Excuse me. Here comes the pressure again. Dart evading pressure. He's going to run it. He's going to get the first. Oh, has that Indiana game gone final yet? So I just want to know if I've won my money on the under 52. You're joking. Ohio State kicks a field goal? And so they cleared. It's 53 point total. That's such trash. Garbage field goal? Dang. Garbage field goal. Nail in the coffin of the 52 point under. 53 total points. That's so stupid. Garbage field goal when you don't need it. All right, handoff. Big gain here from Thomas. Freaking in Ohio State. Oh, this. Oh, it was a garbage touchdown. Sorry, not a garbage field goal. Like, why are you not trying to run the clock out? It's a 1 yard run by Howard. How? Why? Just freaking. I mean, I gotta look at this play by play. So you have Henderson hit a 39-yard run. That puts him down at the 1 yard line. Dang. That's wild. Dude, it's bets like that they're just crushing. Just crushing. Side note, going into the fourth quarter, Georgia is up 24. So it would take 3 scores. They would have to get to 62 to clear it for me. Watch that collaboration with you and Hail Mary. He said the run class is overrated. Ashton Genty is a top 5 prospect. But, like, there's 4 other guys I think are NFL run backs. Like, it's a great class. Alex is just a little lower on. Like, he doesn't think it's, like, as generational as people say. And, I mean, I won't argue that it's, like, generational, but I think it's stacked. I think there's probably like 15 running backs in here who can have meaningful roles in the NFL. To each their own. Dylan Sampson, Omarion Hampton, RJ Harvey, Le'Veon Moss. I think Moss is going to come back. Isn't Moss? Didn't he have a season-ending injury? Or is that something? Yeah, he's going to miss the rest of the season with an undisclosed injury, so I think he's returned. I think Moss returns next year. But I mean, dude, like, you got guys like Ollie Gordon, who, yeah, I know it's a down year, but the run blocking's been terrible at Oklahoma State. I think Ollie Gordon's still pretty darn good. I'm curious, maybe, does he have another year of eligibility that he can stick around and maybe transfer somewhere else? People have talked about Quinshawn returning, which I think is a little nuts, but not out of the realm of possibility. You got guys like Washington has Jonah Coleman. There's Iowa's Caleb Johnson. I'm big fans of. Rutgers, Kyle Monungai is really good. So there's a lot of good running backs in this class. Travion Henderson. No, I don't. I think Moss probably returns. All right, Dart gets it out quickly. Gets it out to, is that Watkins? Yeah, Watkins for 5. Yeah, dude, Cameron, this class is stout. I mean, you still got guys like Texas Tech's. Oh, first down there on the pass. That's Lee, the reception. He's kind of come alive too, Caden Lee. He's become nice weapon in this offense. But Texas Tech has Taj Boyd. He's really good. Nicholas Singleton's got really sexy traits. Dark going deep, and it's intercepted. Oh, buddy. Dart, what you doing? That was like quadruple coverage. There was like 4 Florida defenders down there. Yeah, triple coverage. Why are you throwing that ball? Oh. Cameron. I think you used the wrong form of coffin. Nail in the coffin, but Dart might not be coughing, but might be choking. First down ends the game. All right, handoff here. Montrell Johnson, they call a timeout, picks up a couple. Yeah, he had the one-on-one on the right side, but because of the pressure, he didn't even look. All right, 2nd and 7, 2 timeouts left for Ole Miss. They can get the ball back if they can force a stop. And hand off to Johnson. He goes down about the 25. It's going to be 3rd and 5. One more timeout left for Ole Miss. All right, here it comes. I want to see a play like a play action bootleg. Give Lagway the option to run it off the bootleg, and if not, man, get a couple of routes coming across the formation that could allow him to dump it off. But then again, I mean, you don't run a lot of. No, they're just gonna hand it off. Picks up a yard. But stinking, yeah, college football. You're not playing from under center a ton. Oh, but come on, man. You could still run a bit of a bootleg-esque play from shotgun. Freaking college football. I'm taking it from shotgun. Playing like it's 7-on-7. I want to see some snaps under center, dang it. All right, Dart will get one more shot. All right, here comes the punt. Punt. Golly. As they're going to say it went out at the 34. So Ole Miss is going to have to travel, what, 66 yards? All right. Minute 3 left. The last gasp for the Rebels. Oh, here comes the pressure. Dart's going to get taken down. No timeouts. He wants a face mask. I don't think there's one to be had. Dude, you got to throw that ball away, man. All right, 2nd and 11. He's going over the middle. He's got a guy. That's Caden Lee. They get out across midfield. Now they're down to the Florida 48. Oh my gosh, what the heck happened with that snap? Oh, they're going to call a false start. 10-second runoff. We're going to have 20 seconds left. Dang. I was like, that snap literally dribbled across the ground. And you didn't need to rush a ton. Oh, Florida saves Ole Miss with a timeout. I mean, I get the timeout call. It just sucks that that's how it went down. And you got to see the dribbled snap, the false start, and it's like crap. I called a timeout before that all transpired. That sucks. Not a bad timeout. Billy Neighbors probably like crap. It's like that same feeling where you try to ice the kicker and they actually miss the first kick. And you're like, crap. I called a timeout. He misses the kick. He's going to get now a second shot at this and then they make it. It's that same type of feeling. All right. So it's 34 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 48. The Florida 48. Here comes the rush. Dart throwing it into traffic. What the hell are we doing? And I mean, Caden Lee gets rocked. Thank goodness he's able to make a play on the ball, but that throw. And Dart going to the sideline. I guess that's miscommunication. I don't know what that is. Who's calling these plays? Nick Soriani. That had to be miscommunication. His receivers stopped rolling. Like his receiver stopped going. Dart thought his receiver was going. His receiver was coming to a stop. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's not an interception. The ball hits the turf. Couldn't get his hand under it. But Dart, you gotta quit doing that. I don't know what was up with that play. There had to be some sort of miscommunication between him and the receiver. Like, Dart is thinking, hey, we gotta push the ball downfield. The receiver, I don't know why are you giving these guys option routes at this point? At this point, just get creative with the route combos. Because you're just opening up yourself to a miscommunication between you and the receiver. When's your next Hail Mary collab? I don't know. I talk to Alex a lot. I talk to him a lot, so we'll figure out something. All right, Ole Miss is going to get another shot at this. There will be mucho collabs for the Senior Bowl because me and Alex are going to be down there with Marcus, that franchise guy. We got some collab going on during the Senior Bowl between all three of us. Maybe I could sneak in and talk to Trev and Connor. Maybe we could get a NFL Stock Exchange collab, or at the very least, maybe like a sit down and talk. Oh no. Here comes the pressure. Here comes the pressure. That's the ball game, and that's Ole Miss's opportunity. Dude, why are we running this option route nonsense at this juncture in the game when you've already had miscommunications? Dude, just go out there. Throw some route combos to get someone open. You've already had miscommunications with Dart and your receivers that have led to should be interceptions. What are we doing? I mean, you've already seen Dart wants to push it downfield. You've already had a would-be pick where he was trying to push it downfield. Quit with the option route nonsense for now. Throw some route combos together. That way, I don't know. Maybe your quarterback and receiver on the same freaking wavelength? No, Cameron, you're not wrong. Like, this has kind of been a problem with Dart cracking in big time situations. Man, if this stands, Florida will win and be bowl eligible. Well, it does stand. Oh, man. Well, that's going to be it for me today, boys and girls. That's the game. Nick Serrani. Like, don't get me wrong. I have no problems with option routes. I certainly don't. It is a great, like, it's a great addition to whatever offense you run. But when you've seen your quarterback almost throw a would-be pick because of miscommunication between him and the receiver, why would you go back to something like that? You've seen Dart wants to push it downfield. Why give the receiver an option to be able to, like, stop on his route? Because that's what, I think it was Wells that he was trying to go to. That's what Wells did. He was like, okay, given the leverage, I need to bring this back to the quarterback. I need to bring this back in. Uh-oh, Dart wanted to push the ball deep. Like we've seen all game. Dude. Talk about Billy Napier saving his job on a side note. All right, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hopefully I could figure out some of the audio stuff prior to next week. I'm just glad that it's not a problem during recordings. It's only been a problem for the stream today. So I'll go back to the well and try to figure some of this out. I'm not an audio guy. Just doing the best that I can with some YouTube tutorials. But thanks for hanging out with me. And as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.